Stocks on the deep, we have RMSG, ZYBT, DBGI, MLEC, and COTY. So we'll begin with RMSG down 29.56%. It seems it's retreating from the spike of yesterday. Yesterday it spiked. Yeah, it's rather not just spiked. The strength's been, it's yeah. Let's see, did it spike yesterday or was that really a spike? Yeah, not really. Okay, since Monday the 18th, it's been printing higher prices. So it's just cooling off now from the extended rally. So that's it's just a natural pullback, a correction that's going on. It happens, and in the very short term, it is in a bullish trend. In the very short term, it's in a bullish trend. It hasn't been trading long enough, not up to a year. Yeah, getting to a year now. So I think started trading in November of last year. Projections are saying that we have a downward projection, upper projection of $4, intraday high of 5.52 was printed yesterday. Yeah, so it's just a natural pullback. And to show you how strong it has been, it's been actually started printing high prices since the 5th of August, or rather the uptrend begin. Yeah, okay, yeah, high prices since 5th of August. Even with this 30% loss, the stock is still in the moving averages are still in strong trend modes. Nothing has decayed here, even though the second derivative has gone. Second derivative on its the 21-day moving average has gone fractional, but that's just a testament to the amount of strength the stock has run up, and it's a steep one. You can see that the angle of attack is very very steep. That's also what these price pressure momentums are indicating. You can see it has a steep angle of attack, and this values will be very high. And with this 30% decline, it's still holding them, still very much, still they're still very much intact. Let's see what the 4-hour chart is indicating. Okay, the 4-hour chart in terms of the price pressure is you can see they are still robustly bullish. You can see that very 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 more very very high. Everything is in double digits. So the extrapolation here on the day on the 4-hour chart is saying that the oil prices will at least remain in place up till tomorrow's closing session. You know. So let's have a look at next is ZYBT down 30.66%. Okay, just before we go ahead on the ZYBT, let's clarify. Let's be sure that the RMSG is not one of those. No, okay, it's a US. It's a US. It's the US company, but okay, it's a US company. Yeah. Okay, our ZYBT. Let's see. ZYBT down. Yeah, 30.45%. Yesterday intraday high 10.38. Today intraday low 4.71. Okay, yeah, so it's one of those companies you have to be careful about. You have to be very careful. Yeah. Okay, so let's see what's going on. No news. The on this 4-hour chart, lower prices expected to keep playing out. At least, if anything, okay. Well, a brief bottom is expected to print by the end of today's trading session, and then get a bounce up till Friday's pre-market session, and then the decline may continue. So you have to be careful with this one. You have to be careful. Okay, price pressure momentum. What's it saying? Yeah, they are now severely bearish. Yeah, they are now severely bearish. You can see it. The stock, the strength it showed yesterday was after consolidating. Was after consolidating, so it hasn't built up those the sort of momentum, the sort of angle of attack we had on RMSG. However, the derivatives are robustly bullish, indicating that it's either it hasn't fed through or there's a good chance that it may not. Yeah, maybe the decay hasn't is yet to yet to do more. Yes, it's yet to decay further. Or in the interim, it might bounce, which is what the algos are suggesting here. Okay, there isn't any news concerning ZYBT. I don't. There's no news here. There's no news. Yeah, just be careful with this one. Just be really careful. Okay, next is DBGI. DBGI down 27.69% yesterday. Intraday high 13.4. No intraday low yet today. DBGI. Okay, I think this is in this case is probably a case of um, contracting expansion that happened yesterday. It seems, yeah, and it actually began in the yeah, yesterday. It actually began to decline and it's added more to the weakness. So here, lower prices are expected to keep laying out all the way towards Tuesday the 2nd of September. No guarantee that that will be the case. Projections are saying we have a downward projection of 2.46, 7.51, and then upper projection of 8.41, slight upper projection. Let's see. Yesterday we had 13.40, so that's an upper projection. Okay, yeah, we have something like that already as of December. Okay, yeah, we had 13.48, so 12.22, 10.2. So it has actually been able to print this projection there after being abandoned since early December of last year. It just managed to do that yesterday. No news. Okay, selling pressure is, let's have a look and see. It may, yeah, you can see what I mean here. You can see the stock, you can see the angle of attack yesterday. What am I looking at? This is a 4 hour chart. It looks odd. This is what am I looking at? Why is it saying this 14th of December? Okay, but in any case, something. But I mean, this is what we're facing. Um, okay, well, the last time it actually recorded any data, there was a steep. This is almost 90 degrees spike, and when you have that, these price pressure momentums will be infinitely steep. The values will be very high. So it's now retracing from those highs, and even though it has lost 26.79%, they are still looking robust. Yeah. So as against what we saw in the last stock, ZYBT, it wasn't. It rose from after a consolidation, and it wasn't really that high. It wasn't. It wasn't from it wasn't from. It wasn't from an elevated level. So all of those they can affect the price pressure momentum. So this is still indicating that it's either lower prices may still print further, or that it has a good support. So let's see whether there's any news here. Or please into that. Okay, no wonder. Yes. So It has uplisted to Nasdaq. Maybe it seems. So that's why there's no data here. That's why it's a mix up. I don't think. Yeah. So yeah, I think it's that's why this chart is looking a bit. It's a bit confusing now. Yeah. Okay. Let's see what we have. Where this company is incorporated. Okay, it's a U.S. company. Yeah. In the last 6 months, it's gained 119.09%. So while we're here, we enter the next one. So the next is MLEC. MLEC. Let's see what's going on. Up, but rather down 21.75. Intraday low in this session 1.78. $1.78. Okay, so the extrapolation is saying that lower prices will it's going to go into a sideways movement. Consolidation is expected to play out at least up till yeah, consolidation up till, let's see, um, Friday the 29th of August. Then after that we might have a bounce that might begin to kick in. Projections are saying we have downward projections 0.9599, 1.25, 1.72. Previous projections go all the way towards, let's see, we have this, let's get this one here, 2.92, 3.13, 3.26 as of Tuesday, the 19th of August. And then we had for as of the 4th of August, we had 1.98, 1.64, 2.54, 3.85, 4.16, 4.34. Ample room to the upside, ample room to the upside. 9.37, 8.73, 7.70. Yeah. So here in this case, selling pressure, you can see that infinitely nothing. You can see everything severely bearish now because the stock is already dead, it's already down, and and yeah. So nothing. It will always continue to just print lower prices. So let's see. There's no news as well for this one. So let's look at the last one. COTY. COTY down 22.33%. Yesterday, intraday high 5.25. Today, 3.6. Intraday low 3.69. Yeah, that's the plunge. So lower prices are expected to print out, keep printing all the way towards the close of today's trading sessions, but it's now moderating. The pressure is cooling off. And then after that, by the post-market session, it's expected that a bounce may play out. No guarantee that that will be the case. A V bounce, a V recovery. Let's see what we have in terms of projections. Intraday high yesterday was 5.25. Already we have those sort of projections in play. We have 4.59 down projection, 4.66, 4.77. Oh, yeah, they're all upper projections, rather, all upper projections. $5, 5.12, 5.19, even high projections, I think. No, they're still the same. Yeah, so here you will see that selling pressure is ramped up. Yeah, but for some reason it has a robust. It has the second derivatives are still positive, but they're just fractional figures. But the moving averages are severely bearish. Maybe because the derivatives are positive. Maybe positive because maybe they have started to the selling pressure has moderated, and maybe that's why the algos are plotting a bottom for the close of today. Yeah, there's no guarantee all of any of these extrapolations will pan out. Let's see why this stock is down. Reports a Q4 loss. Okay, yeah, let's have a look and see where it's incorporated. Okay, it's a US company. So just have a look and see what you make of these stocks, and I'll continue to update you. Thank you very much for watching this video.